again, second graders. Today we are going to work through Lesson 1 for the week of May 18th through the 22nd. Today in math, we are going to solve subtraction story problems by using a variety of strategies in order to develop fluency. In second grade, it is important for us to have many strategies that we can use to help us solve story problems. That way, we can choose which strategy works best for us to solve the problems efficiently. Read this problem to yourself as I read it aloud. Paper clips come in boxes of 100. If I take a handful of 17 paper clips out of the box, how many paper clips are left in the box? Think about what information you know and what problem you are being asked to solve. What equation might you write to represent this problem? Did you write 100 minus 17 equals blank? We know the box has 100 total paper clips and 17 of the paper clips are being taken out of the box. We need to find out how many paper clips are still in the box. You could count back 17 from 100 to solve the problem, or you could subtract in parts. When we subtract in parts, we decompose or break apart the number 17 into smaller parts. For example, the number 17 can be broken apart into 10 plus 5 plus 2. One way we can show subtracting in parts is to use a number line. For example, we would start at 100 and subtract a jump of 10, which is 90. Then we could subtract a jump of 5, which is 85. Then subtract a jump of 2. Altogether, we would have subtracted 17 from 100 in smaller parts. We can also show how we subtract in parts by using friendly equations. You will notice that these friendly equations show the same thing we just did on the number line without drawing the number line model. "100 minus 17 equals 83. So there are 83 paper clips left in the box. Remember that you can always use a hundreds chart to help provide support as you count back to subtract in parts. Read this problem to yourself as I read it aloud. Franco had 45 pennies on the table. He put 27 of them in his piggy bank. How many were still on the table? Think about what information you know and what problem you are being asked to solve. What equation might you write to represent this problem? Did you write 45 minus 27 equals blank? We know that Franco had a total of 45 pennies to start with. Then he put 27 of the pennies away in his piggy bank. So we need to find out how many pennies are still on the table. We can also subtract in parts to solve this problem. Remember, when we subtract in parts, we can decompose the number 27 into smaller parts. I would use my knowledge of place value to help me break apart the number 27 into 20 plus 7. We can use place value models to represent this problem. Franco started with 45 pennies. That can be represented with 4 tens rods and 5 units. Then to subtract 27, we can first subtract 20 by taking away 2 10 rods. Then we need to take away 7 more. We have 5 ones, but we will also need to take away 2 more ones from one of the 10 rods that is left. There is 1 10 rods and 8 ones left over after we have subtracted 27. 10 plus 8 more equals 18. So 45 minus 27 equals 18. We can also use friendly equations to show how we subtract in parts. You can see in this example, we used equations to represent the same thinking from using the place value models. We started with 45 and subtracted 20, which equals 25. Then we subtracted 5, which equals 20. Then we subtracted 2 more, which equals 18. Here are 2 other ways you could use friendly equations to solve this problem. In all of the solutions, we found that Franco has 18 pennies left on the table. Now it's your turn to try it. To practice solving subtraction story problems, you should complete the worksheet 2-digit story problem practice. Be sure to work on subtracting in parts using open number lines, place value models, and friendly equations. Once you feel confident, complete the journal prompt provided. There are some additional problems available on the story problems worksheet if you would like some extra practice.